Better not be an hour. No, I don't think it'd be that long. As long as it's not, I don't use. Actually, as long as it doesn't have Atmo or minimal Atmo, you could go pretty fast. Well, fat. The hack buying should stop. That's also amazing that people would do that this early as well. Sure, but you know, it's kind of silly. I mean, again, obviously, I'll never understand it because it's not really. You're not. There's no winning involved when you're using cheats, obviously. So that's why I can't find it. That's why how I would never be able to even enjoy that kind of thing. Right. We'll see how long this takes me. Luckily, hmm, hey, but there still isn't a true meta ship because, like, even though, like, for example, that price point, there's a lot of excellent ships. Still, the best overall fighter in the game. It's changed recently. It used to be the Arrow. Now it's back to the Hornet because they fixed the Hornet apparently. Well, once everything's balanced, it won't be a matter of. See, here's the other thing that people misunderstand, especially about a game like this regarding meta anything or meta ships, especially, is theoretically when the balance gets to be in a certain point, the meta won't be necessarily a specific ship. And yes, there will be probably a relatively short list of ships that are super excellent at, for example, the space superiority fighter role. But as soon as you start throwing any other curveballs into the equation, it starts mixing it up a bit because the F8 and the Hornet and still the Arrow and the Gladius are still probably the four most maneuverable, thus overall the best fighters in the game, regardless of them being light, medium, heavy. Because admittedly the F8 is not quite as maneuverable as the Hornet, but gosh, it's damn close enough that you're splitting hairs. At least to me, And then right. Oh, that's the spreadsheet players, right? But okay, but here's the thing: those people here will have to be doing things. The only way you're going to be able to do that kind of mentality gameplay here is going to be in the more commerce related game loops. Things like commodities trading and all that kind of shit. Because back to Mhm. Well, again, we'll have to see. Well, see, I don't know about that because why would they change things once that's literally going to be a pushback with the community because once people have well, no, I'm saying once the game is out, well, I'm just saying once we're at final balance, whenever that is, 2, 3 years from now, they've decided the weapons, the systems, the everything is the way it should be. I still believe, based on what they've intended the different ships to do, they will roughly play out to fulfill those roles appropriately based on the price point, manufacturer, other little details. But overall, all, again, single and two-man fighters below a certain size and mass will always be considered, maneuverable fighters, even the heavier ones and heavy fighters like the Scorpius and the Hurricane. And admittedly, the F8 is good, but it does not have the roll rate still of a Hornet or an Arrow. So there's still, again, back to anyone who's skilled can beat other ships that are theoretically better just because they're a better pilot. But and I still think the other ships will do their jobs well, like the Ares. Now that they're rebalanced, can they take out small ships occasionally? Yeah, but it's a stretch, and it's still not exactly what they're made for. It's still not good at the job. Well, you kind of already have to. Is that the Mirai? The Mirai Heavy Fighter? That looks. I'm probably buying that just again, even if it's not good. That's a ship I'm going to buy based on the design alone. I like the design. Yeah, it is. It's basically a Heavy Fury, and I love the design, so I probably will get it just based on that. I like that shit. Yeah.